Hi everyone, my name is Omera and today I want to invite you guys to go back in time with me and experience my literacy journey. I was born in Afghanistan in a city called Kabul, but at a tender age of 1 month old, my family and I moved to Pakistan due to the war which was happening at the time in 1992. My literacy journey perhaps started a bit later than others, at the age of 7 when I first started school. This is because I attended an Afghani school in Pakistan which starts off at grade 1 and we had no kindergarten classes. I had some struggles in the first week of school not wanting to go until I became friends with two of the kindest girls named Shabnam and Medina, and they helped me every day and we became best friends forever. All was going really well for me. I loved to read, write, and help others in achieving high grades. Back in my school, we had a system where by the end of the year, a grade was assigned by the teacher announcing in front of the whole class who came first, second, third. You guys get the idea. And I was always first with high marks. My parents were really proud of me. Then came November 2002, when I had to say goodbye to my best friends and relatives as we moved to Canada. I remember being given a drawing book with some crayons on the plane, and I drew and doodled and colored the whole way, but of course with lots of sugar intake from all the juices I drank. My first month living in Canada was very fun, as I got to explore different places with my cousins and family until after the December break, when it was back to school time. I was put in grade 5 according to my age, although I left Pakistan being in grade 4. But this 1 year gap was nothing in comparison to the language barriers that I had to overcome every day of my life. I knew the alphabet and how to write my name in English, and that was as extensive as my vocabulary could get at that time. I would come home crying to my parents about not only struggling to understand the new language, but also missing my friends back home, because I was the new immigrant that kids did not want to be friends with and teamed up only to make fun of. My parents were no help whatsoever, as they did not understand the English language themselves. I then started ESL classes and learned through pictures and actions. Until today, I remember my ESL teacher very vividly and loved her as she was my role model. By the end of grade 5, when I graduated from public school and moved on to middle school, she gifted me a dictionary which I always referred back to every time I didn't understand a word spoken in class. Although others read children's books at a young age, I remember doing so at the age of 10, and I just loved reading books with pictures, lots and lots of pictures. I read the Bernstein Bears, Franklin the Turtle, Scooby-Doo, and Arthur. I would also watch the cartoons when I could, or most of the time. From a very young age, I had 2 careers in mind because I always loved helping others. One was becoming a doctor to help the sick, and the other one was a teacher to help children reach their goals. But I guess after babysitting, volunteering, and playing with my nieces and nephews, I found my true passion was for teaching. Throughout the years, I have improved my literacy skills in reading, writing, and even communication skills. I still have a bit of an accent, but it is not as bad as before. Now I help translate for my parents in many situations, such as going to their doctor appointments, grocery shopping, or even as simple as watching something on TV with them. My family is proud of how far I have come in my education and will be even more proud to see me as a teacher one day. I hope. As a teacher, I would love to be a part of my students' literacy journey as my teachers were in mine. I will encourage them to read every night before bed and practice their writing skills on a regular basis because practice makes anything perfect. I would love to share my journey with them so they understand the importance of literacy in their lives, what kind of obstacles they can overcome, and goals they can achieve faster in life when they're literate. A quote that I always remember is, "To make a wish upon a star is okay for a start, but if you want it to come true, you may have to do your part." This was a quote said by Sister Bear from the Bernstein Bears. I remember every night before going to bed, I would pray to God for a miracle to happen, and I could just read, write, and speak English fluently. But I found out that until I don't practice and help myself no miracle will happen, and that is why this quote always stands out to me and will be a part of my classroom in the future. Thanks for your time, everyone, and remember, literacy changes the world.